I feel like a month, which is great, especially when you're flying for that long. And the flight was very, 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 very long, very long. We had to take one stop both ways. Or actually, on the way back, we had to take 2 stops. But the travel was very long and tiring, but it was very worth the time there. Yeah, it felt like I was there forever, so I don't mind the long trip. I would still do it again, probably do it next year as well. I tried to record, or I thought about recording some quick ASMR videos, like some shorts or TikToks while I was there, but I really never had the time. I mean, anytime we were out of the place, the condo we were staying at, we were always doing something, and then by the time we got back, it was so late, we were all so tired from being out in the sun all day that it was pretty hard to get any filming in, so had to be on a hiatus for a while. But I am back for some more videos, and hopefully be on the somewhat consistent schedule of getting a couple videos out per week at least. I'm recording during the daytime right now, which is pretty rare, but luckily there's no one home right now, and I thought I'd take the time to do it now since I won't be able to do it at night, and it's just been so long, so I might as well do it now. But for today's video, I'm just be doing probably a quick one, because I don't know how long I'll have this quiet time, but I'll probably just do some tapping and some yapping about my trip. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Oh yeah, I forgot, I also got my nails done, not professionally, just by a friend before I went. They're pretty cool, but my nails are getting a little long now, so I'll have to take them off. But yeah, got cool. But yeah, the flights were very tiring. The flight there was a little bit shorter compared to the flight back. I don't remember how long it took for the flight there, but I want to say it was around like a 7-hour flight from where I am to Florida, and then we had a layover of, I want to say it was about 3 hours, so it was 10 hours, and then I think another 7, no, actually I think it was like a 5-hour flight to Colombia, which was, I think it was 5 hours. So yeah, like 15-hour flight, maybe a little bit more, just because of getting out of the plane and waiting, all other stuff out of time. But it actually wasn't too bad. I didn't mind the flight that much. It's nice. It's nice having layovers to get out of the plane and stretch your legs, but at the same time, I kind of like just a no-stop flight, just straight there. But when we got there, we landed in Barranquilla, and then we had, I think Barranquilla, and then we had a 2-hour drive to the condo that my friend's place was staying at. Yeah, luckily we didn't, it was me, my friend, and his family, so we didn't have to buy like a hotel, because he had a family already living there. So we just got to stay out of that place, which is nice, so saved a lot of money there. I think the most expensive part was literally just buying the tickets there. Everything else was pretty cheap. And we were in Barranquilla for basically the whole trip, except for 3 days. We went to Santa Marta and stayed at my friend's uncle's place there, which was really nice. The water there was so warm, like pool water because where I am, the water's always cold. Like, yeah, there might be times where it's like quote unquote warmer, but like it's always cold. So that was crazy to just jump into an ocean and it'd be warm. Crazy. Because in Barranquilla, the water is like, it's not warm, but it's not like freezing. Like, it takes a little bit to get used to. But yeah, Santa Marta was warm. Yeah, Santa Marta is like more of a tourist area, so there was a lot more like, there were like English menus when you're ordering stuff. So that was cool. Because I don't speak any Spanish. I just had my friend basically do all the ordering for me and translating whatever. But yeah, it's my first time out of the US, so it was really cool to experience just what's different, and a lot's different, honestly. It's very cool seeing the different lifestyles and just all of the new things you can see. And there are so many stray dogs there. It's crazy. But they're all like, seems pretty well fed. You don't see like starving stray dogs. They're also very smart too. They know like if you give them like a dog treat, they won't accept it. You have to give them like a piece of meat, then they'll be like, oh, okay. It's very funny. There's some stray cats too. I didn't see many, mainly in Santa Marta where our condo was. There was a lot hanging out in that entrance. I'm assuming because they get fed when people walk in. Because there were some chunky ones there. We also had to get some cash, of course, because most places there that aren't like a high like chain store will only take cash. So I brought back just some 2 pesos because the rest I had to use for just, you know, souvenirs and whatnot. But I love basically any like dollar that's not from the US. It's just so much better. I mean, like the US dollar is so boring, you know, it's just green with like a picture on it. But meanwhile, like this has like just beautiful looking colors. It's a little wrinkly, but I don't know, it's just so cool looking. I think my favorite looking dollar is probably Australian dollars, because it's like, I think that's the one, it's either Australian or UK, I think. That, they look like Monopoly dollars. But yeah, it's super cool. Yeah, most of my pesos, I actually spent it on a tattoo that I got there, because I have this thing where any place I go to out of the US, I want to get a tattoo from there. And they don't have to be like it has to mean something from that country. It's just a tattoo in general. I got this one on my arm. It is just flowers, but it was a really cool design that I liked. Yeah, very pretty. And I got it in red too. I don't know if the camera makes it look red or like pink, but I mean it'll probably turn pinkish like over time, and because I'm white, so I'm pretty sure colors react differently to certain skin types. I think. I'm not an expert, but yeah, it was nice because it is much cheaper getting a tattoo there than it is in the US. The tattoo was worth 600,000 pesos, which is around $160 US, which is like an amazing price, because if I were to get this tattoo in the US, it would probably be like $300 or more. And the guy was super nice too. He was pretty quick too. I want to say the tattoo took only like an hour and a half, around there. I didn't time it, but it felt like it wasn't that long. So I tipped him, even though you don't tip there. But I was just like, you know, I feel bad that he had to make that other guy wait and all that. So I was like, I'll just give him a little bit more money. Because it was so cheap, so like, why not? Getting there was a little sketch, though, I'll say, because we looked at the address and we got dropped off at the taxi. We were on a street and we were looking around to see, like, just signs for a tattoo place, but we went down the street, didn't see anything, turned around. Then we saw this just wooden sign on a tree that just said tattoo pointing that way. We were like, I'm assuming this is it. And we walked down this hallway that had like 3 doors and like stairs, and there's no other signs, just blank white doors. So we were like, okay, which one is it? But luckily one of the doors was open, and I think it was like a barber place. And we asked, we were like, hey, is there any tattoo shops around here? And the guy pointed, he's like, oh yeah, right there. And he goes to knock on the door, and there was no answer. But he texted us and was like, be ready soon, because we got there like when it was open. We didn't get there like early at all. We got there like as soon as it opened, because we didn't want to, like, you know, we wanted to get in the tattoos before 11. And so yeah, he opens the door, and the place was really clean. Luckily, I was kind of afraid because it was just kind of weird sketch, but the place was really, it was like pristine. Like, it was like white walls, white floor, very clean, very neat. So that calmed my nerves a little bit. And he also had a modded Xbox 360, which is so dope. I want one so bad. I could probably get it, but I just haven't been on it like that. But yeah, it was so cool. He had like a bunch of games. He had like, you know, Skate, Halo, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, just all sorts of, you know, classics. That was really cool. This morning I realized they have a bunch of little birds. Look at the birds, 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 look at It was also really cool seeing all the different types of animals that, you obviously wouldn't see in the US. The most common bird I was seeing was this little yellow bird, which was really cool. It was always flying around the condo, sitting on the table. Also saw cockroaches, which I've never seen in person too. There was saw one on the street, and then one that was dead in our condo in the closet. Luckily for me, I'm not too afraid of bugs, unless it's like a gigantic spider. Then I'm a little afraid of that. But cockroaches don't really scare me that much. I think the only part of cockroaches that scare me is if I see one in my house, then I'm freaked out, not because of the cockroach, but because that means we have something rotting or nasty. Because that's the only reason a cockroach should really be in your house is if you have if you're not clean. One of the other people, it was 4 people with us getting tattoos, and they couldn't fit the 4th one, and he's already past his time, so we're like, that's totally fine. And so that person got their tattoo the day before we left. We got ours 3 days before we left, because we wanted to swim and be in the sun and stuff. But yeah, they got theirs before we left, and I honestly was almost gonna get another one, just because it was so cheap, and I was like, why not? squeeze the last person in as well, so it didn't happen, but that's alright. This is my Kingdom Hearts wallet that my brother actually got from, I think it was a mystery box, loot box, from Comic-Con. Honestly, don't recommend buying the mystery boxes. They're usually pretty bad, actually. This was a while ago, though, so maybe they used to be better. Oh yeah, the first item I was using is like it was a Tokyo banana box, which has little like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like little pastries, and it's like banana flavored, and they look like little like bananas. Oh, here it is. They're super good. I love bananas, so I love them. Those were great. They're even better when they're refrigerated or frozen, but mainly refrigerated is fine. But speaking of Tokyo, I will be traveling there next. This year is the year of travel for me, and I'll be going there sometime in June to July, so I'll be there for 20 days. So I'm really excited for that. When I was in Colombia, I enjoyed my time there for sure, but when I was leaving, I was definitely happy to come back to Washington, because I missed being cold. You know, I've always been a person who would rather be freezing cold than on fire and super hot, because it's so much easier to warm yourself up than it is cool yourself down. So I've always loved that about Washington, and we also get all of the seasons, even if sometimes it's not that good of, like, you know, winter. Like, we usually don't get that much snow anymore. We used to. Unless you're in the east side of Washington, then you get a lot of snow. But yeah, when I got to Colombia for the first time, going from Washington's cold air and then stepping out to the airport of Colombia and getting hit with the heat wave, like opening up an oven, was crazy. I felt that humidity instantly. I already felt just like freaking sweaty and sticky. It was crazy. But when I was there for those days, my skin felt so much better. Like everything, just like, because honestly I don't really go out that much, so I don't get that much sun. So when I was there, going out every day, getting sun, it definitely felt super nice. My skin never felt dry. It was nice. My hair felt good. Like I just felt good in general. So that was really nice. But yeah, when I was coming back, oh, the flight, I didn't even say talk about the flight back. The flight back was like 24 hours. We went from Barranquilla to Bogota, which was like an hour and a half, 2-hour flight, like hour and a half, and then a 10-hour layover in Bogota. Now you're probably wondering, like, that's crazy. Why? It's because Barranquilla flies in from places, but you don't fly out. So it was the only, for that time we were leaving, it was the only flight that went out that day, basically. So yeah, we had to go to Barranquilla, fly to Bogota, 10-hour layover, then from Bogota to Dallas, which was like a 6.5, 7-hour flight with a 3-hour layover there, then a 3.5-hour flight to Washington. So yeah, that was miserable. I will say I couldn't, because I can't sleep on planes. I can like nap. I'm sure if I took like freaking Xanax, I could probably pass out. But like, yeah, I could not get like any sleep the whole time. I was just like so drowsy and tired and just like, ugh. When I got home, I fell asleep at 9 p.m. and then woke up at 12 p.m. So I was out. I did not wake up once. I was gone. It was so nice, like getting outside that plane and just like getting hit with that like freezing cold. I missed it so much. Now I'm curious when I go to Japan if I'll do the same, because I feel like when I go to Japan, I feel like I won't want to leave, but the time we're going is also going to be super hot and humid, so just friends. Got a Charlie's card that I've never used because I never go to Charlie's. But yeah, overall trip, I would say like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Was very fun. Would go again. But definitely like not like soon, obviously. Probably next year again, maybe at the end of the year. Yeah, it was fun. The culture there is awesome. They love partying, which I'm not super huge into, but you know, you gotta get out of your comfort zone, and it was fun doing it there. I think the biggest downside was not having data for like basically all the trip. The only thing I could actually do on my phone was you know, just play games. Like I played a lot of Pokemon TCG. I could battle. For some reason, that was the only online thing that I could do. So I was just battling a lot, and yeah. And then the room we were staying in, 3 of the rooms had AC, but one of them the AC didn't work, and the other one the AC worked, but it only blew warm air. Like it wasn't cold. It was like warm, cool. Like it didn't really do much. So I had to share a room with my friend's cousin, which was fine. But you know, I like being in my own room, of course. So that was a bummer. And also there was no Wi-Fi in the place that we stayed because it was just recently moved out of. So it was basically empty. So I couldn't even like. I had to get YouTube Premium so I could download videos so I could watch while going to bed. Sometimes the videos would work if I watch it on 144p, but it would still buffer every now and then. So I was just like, ah. Oh, and the driving there is crazy. I mean, like, any rule you have of driving here in the US, throw it out the window. It's so different. It's like when you're driving on the like not the non-city roads, just like the longer roads, just in general, you're basically driving in the middle of the road because there's always motorcycles on the left and right side going past you. So you usually drive in the middle, and also because there's so many potholes, and you just have to like your eyes always have to be on the road. Otherwise, you go to when these potholes are bad. I mean, like you go into one of the potholes, your tire could pop, which happened on the trip to one of my friend's cousins. So you gotta really be careful. When you're in the city, it's not as bad. There's still like some potholes, but you're also driving on the right side, like because there's so many people. But yeah, like even my friend's mom was like, yeah, when she went back to the U.S., she forgot to not drive in the middle of the road. She had to like correct herself, like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm not in Colombia anymore. So that's funny. But yeah, like basically every sign, even some red lights, it's like a suggestion. Like if you're at a red light and there's like no cars, people will just go. They don't wait for it to turn, they just go because no one's there. Like it's so funny. And you'll see signs of like warning, like antelope crossing here, like stuff like that, or like iguanas. We saw a couple of dead iguanas ran over. I did see a lizard there, but it was a little small, very quick one. But yeah, shout out to my friend and his family for bringing me along, and basically they paid for like all my meals. They treated me like I was a part of the family. So I really didn't spend like any money there. There was was very sweet of them. And they also owned like a farm as well that had a pool. And the farm is actually filled with a bunch of the stray dogs that I mentioned. There's a bunch of stray dogs, and my friend's mom actually took a lot of them and put them into her farm and raised them there. Same with chickens and like cats and stuff. It was very cool. And yeah, they had an awesome pool that they just built. It was super fancy. It had like waterfalls going off the side and the back, and like water jets shooting in the air. And a really cool like cabana area that you could like eat and do whatever. And it was very fancy and very nice. Because I probably never would have gone if it wasn't for them. Because you know I've never really traveled by myself, especially internationally for the first time. So if they went there, you know, it made things so much easier and very less stressful. You know, I basically just went along and just whatever they did, I was just like, yep. Just the yep man. Alright guys, that is my time. I'll have to go. My quiet time's up. My niece will be coming back soon, so that's when things get loud. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm back. I should be uploading somewhat